ACSblog is here with Nicole Austin-Hillery, who is Director and Counsel for the Brennan Center for Justice's Washington office. Ms. Austin-Hillery, what do you see as some of the greatest obstacles to voting this coming election season?
There are actually several. For one, the Brennan Center recently released a report, which I'm hoping, and I'm sure many people have heard about it. It's called Voting Law Changes in 2012, and it actually outlines all of the various laws that have been introduced in the states around the country that have the effect of suppressing one's ability to cast a vote. And so it actually outlines some of the major problems, which are voter ID laws that are being introduced in the states, attempts at ending early voting, ending same-day voting, and also one of the other big issues that we talk about somewhat in that report, but which the Brennan Center also spends a great deal of time talking about, is the felony enfranchisement issue. Many people don't know this, even though we are a society where once one pays their debt ostensibly to society in terms of the criminal justice system, we believe that people have all of their rights restored. But many people don't know that when it comes to voting, your rights are not automatically restored if you're a person who committed a felon. So the Brennan Center and many other organizations are working very diligently to ensure that once individuals have served their time in prison for a felony, that once they are out, their right to vote in federal elections will be immediately restored. We actually have a bill in Congress that was introduced by Representative Conyers of Michigan, and there is going to be a bill that's going to be introduced in the Senate as well, and we're hoping for passage of those bills so that that will be one of the biggest obstacles that hopefully will be eradicated.
Great. Can you talk about some of the felon disenfranchisement laws that exist in the states, or what problems have emerged?
Absolutely. One of the problems that's emerged recently, which is really disheartening, is that in 2 states where we actually had made progress, where those states had made it possible for former felons to have their right to vote restored in state elections, actually had a rollback. There was retrogression in Florida and Iowa with the changes in the governor's offices. They made other decisions and pushed the legislature, and they made decisions to take away those rights to vote. There are 2 other states in this country where you never get your right to vote restored, in Kentucky and Virginia. In Virginia, for instance, the only way that one can have their right to vote restored after leaving prison for a felony is to have the governor actually grant permission for you to have that vote restored. And there are all kinds of draconian, cumbersome steps that one must take in order to get that permission from the governor. Even things as small as writing an essay about why you should have your right to vote restored. And that really goes against the tenets of democracy that we all grew up learning about and understanding, and that we all believe in here in this country. So those are some of the, what I call the extreme examples, but there are many other states where over the last few years we've made great efforts to have that right to vote restored, and some of those states are also in jeopardy of regressing in that area.
Great. Thank you, Ms. Austin.
You're welcome.